Welcome, I'm using iPhone 13 Pro Max, and today I'll show you how to set up the device. So when you put it up for the first time, you will be presented with this kind of screen right here. So what you want to do is simply slide up to basically unlock it, and from there find your desired language, click on it, and this will take you to selecting your region. So just select whichever region. I don't think it actually has any effect on the phone, like which region you set. So I'm just gonna select whichever one is at the top, and from there we have quick start. So quick start, but we have set up manually anyway. So we have things like right here, preferred language and also keyboard. So if you want to change those, you are free to do so. I'm gonna stick with the ones that are right here. Select continue, which brings me to connecting to network. Now this is an iPhone, so you are required to connect to either Wi-Fi right here, mobile network, or you can do it also by connecting it to your computer. So I'm gonna right now log into my network right here. There we go. And from here it gives us a message that this might take a few minutes to activate your phone, so just give it a few minutes. Okay, so from here let's click continue. It brings us to Face ID. So here you can set up your face recognition if you want to. You can also set it up later if you don't want to use it. And additionally, if you want to use Face ID, I believe you are... Actually, it looks like we are not required to set up a PIN at the start for some reason. But anyway, I'm going to be skipping it. Now this does bring me to the next option, which is create a passcode. There might be an option that if you set up a Face ID, you cannot skip passcode, which would be a reasonable thing to expect. But you can also check it out if you set up Face ID, if you can select don't use passcode as well. Now additionally in here, as you can see, passcode options, you have a couple additional options. You have custom alphabetical code, custom numeric code, 4-digit number code, and don't use one at all. So select whichever one you want, and I will not be using it, so I'm gonna skip this. Don't use passcode. And this will bring me to the next page, which is basically restore of the device. So we have a couple different ways of doing it. We can restore from cloud or iCloud backup, restore from Mac or PC if you have ever created a backup on your computer. We can also transfer directly from iPhone, so that is if this is your new device and you're basically trying to copy your old device, if it was an iPhone, to this one, which also works like that. And then we have also move data from Android, so for that I believe you do need a special application on your Android phone. And lastly we have don't transfer apps and data, which sets up the device basically as a new one. And this brings us to Apple ID. Now there is actually a way to skip this if you don't want to log in right now. The reason you might want to log into it or create an account and log into it is because this also gives you access to the App Store. Without the Apple ID, you can't really download any apps even when they're free. And by also logging into it, you're virtually also protecting your phone. So if it gets stolen and you have some kind of passcode, when it gets reset, it will be iCloud locked by whatever you provide right here. So that's one thing. Additionally, anything that you basically back up to iCloud is going to be assigned to this account that you log in right here with. But like I said, for now I'm not going to be logging in just to save up time. So you can select, as you see right here, forget password, don't have an Apple ID. It also doesn't give us any information that you can skip it from here, so you do need to basically know this or go through the settings to find it. But as you can see, we have the two options that they described, and also set up later in settings, which they didn't mention at all. And then I'm going to select don't use. It also gives us, as you've seen, a bunch of information right here of with like what this gives us access to right here. And obviously we have terms and conditions. No phone can go without those, so you can read those if you want to. From there, select agree, again agree, and keep your iPhone up to date. Let's be honest, there is not much of a choice here to not keep it up to date, so let's select continue. iMessage and FaceTime, obviously you can set it up, but that would require you to log into your iCloud. I decided to skip this, so I'm gonna stick with not now anyway. Location services, you can enable them or disable them. I believe whichever one you choose, iPhones have this weird kind of way that you can disable them but not turn off, which just kind of like, yeah, this basically does nothing in this way, so just keep them on in this case. Then we have screen time, just gives us statistics on screen time. I'm gonna set it up later. iPhone analytics, so basically sharing with Apple about how you use your device, you don't share. Appearance, so you have light and dark mode, simply switch to whichever one you think looks better. That's as simple as it gets. I don't have display zoom, so just how big the overall display size, like of icons and text, is on the display. You can see the two difference right here. So switch to whichever one again you want. And this finishes up the setup, so slide up and voila, we're now on the home screen. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.